Hello, my name is Howie with PokemonKing.com. I am here to provide you with an overview of our fully loaded Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire games. The purpose of our games is to instantly allow an individual who is interested in competitive battling the ability to jump straight into competitive battles without spending the excessive amount of time that is required preparing Pokemon for competitive battles. These activities include breeding, IV training, EV training, and leveling Pokemon up to the correct level to get certain moves. All of this can take a lot of time and is not what many people would consider enjoyable, which is the point of owning a video game in the first place. So, many of our customers include military personnel, working adults, spouses, high school, and college students. And if you're one of these, then you're going to want to stick around and take a look at what we have to offer with our fully loaded games. So without any more fanfare, let's go ahead and open up our copy of Omega Ruby fully loaded, which will be the exact same as Alpha Sapphire if you plan to order an Alpha Sapphire copy. When you get the game, you're going to go ahead and open up the save file that is currently on the game. You get to choose your starter name as well as your gender. So you don't have to worry about that. We don't use a stock name, so you're not just going to get a generic red or ash. You actually get to pick that, so you get a certain level of customization right there. Now once you get into the game, go ahead and go to your PC like I'm doing now and open up the boxes. Our games come with 30 full boxes of competitive, battle-ready Pokemon. All of them are listed in alphabetical order, so it's going to be really easy to find what you're looking for. As you can see here, all of these boxes are full of competitive Pokemon. Let's go ahead and just start at box 1 and take a look at one of these Pokemon. Right here we have an Abomasnow. You'll notice that there are 4 different variations. The reason for this is that we understand that many Pokemon can fill different roles on a team, so we don't just pigeonhole your Pokemon to be just one build. We make sure that if a Pokemon has flexibility, we're going to make sure all of those builds come on your game. As you can see, this Abomasnow, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to pronounce most of the Pokemon's names. I don't know how to pronounce most words, but I'm going to do my best, so if there's some disparity, please don't hold it against me. This specific one is Lonely. You can see that has a good build of Ice Shard, Giga Drain, Blizzard, and Earthquake. The Lonely nature is good for this competitive build. It's already EV trained, already IV trained, IV bred rather. It's ready to go for competition if you want to use it in a battle. You'll notice it also has the blue pentagon. This indicates that it was bred in either Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, or X and Y. What this means is that it can be used in any game mode. You can use it in online rated battles, unrated battles, against your friends, passerby battles. Many fully loaded games will not come with blue pentagon Pokemon. They will simply be gen or hacked Pokemon from previous generations imported to a game by Pokemon Bank. We don't do any of that. All of our Pokemon were originally bred and raised or captured by a network of breeders that we do have. So as you can see, this one is shiny as well. As most Pokemon come with multiple builds, we understand that most people, some people will like shiny Pokemon and some will not. So to accommodate that need, what we did is for every Pokemon you will get one shiny version, this one, and the rest are non-shiny. So that for collecting purposes, you'll have the shiny variant, and then for if you want to battle your friends, or if you don't want to look like you have a team of all shiny Pokemon, whatever the reason might be that you don't want a shiny Pokemon, you're not locked into that. You'll have non-shiny versions of almost all Pokemon. You will also have at least one shiny version of every Pokemon. So as you can see, shiny, these 3 not shiny. Absol, you get 2 builds. Both are jolly because that's the best nature for Absol. You get a standard attacking set and a storage stance set. One is shiny, one is non-shiny. Pokemon that only have one build, like Axelgor, not a very flexible Pokemon. Timid, and then these 4 moves are typically the best build and definitely the most common. You will notice that you only get the shiny variant. So there are some Pokemon that you only get one of. If this is the case, you only will get the shiny version. As you can see, if you look at the markers, you go down to marking, these markers correspond with the IV spreads. So if it's lit up, it means it has a perfect IV, which is 31. If it's not lit up, it means it does not have a perfect IV. In this case, triangle, as you can see, is attack. If you go left to right with me really quickly, circle is HP, triangle is attack, square is defense, heart is special attack, diamond star is special defense, and all the way to the right there, the diamond is speed. So that's how you can tell. A non-lit up marker does not necessarily mean that the IV is bad. It doesn't mean that it will be like a 0 or 3 or 2. It just means that it's not perfect. So in some cases, like a Pokemon that wants to run a hidden power spread, if I can find one. Let's see. If I can find a hidden power Pokemon, I'll show you really quickly. Okay, sorry about that. We finally found a Pokemon with hidden power. As you can see, this is a Glaceon, and this specific one is running hidden power ground. When a Pokemon is running hidden power ground or any other hidden power, sorry about that, it just means, see how these two aren't lit up, the heart and the star? That means it's running hidden power ground. So the IV spread on this specific Pokemon is 31, 31, 31, 30, 30, 31. That is perfect for competition. It doesn't mean that it's only 4 IV and those other 2 are just bad. It just means they're 1 lower for the purpose of having a hidden power. Here you can see 4 different Glide scores to accommodate different roles on the team. Once again, you have 1 shiny and the other are not shiny. All Pokemon come at level 100. For competition's sake. We include every single Pokemon that can be used in competition. Yes, this includes some not fully evolved Pokemon. For example, this Haunter, even though it's not a Gengar, it's not fully evolved, it can still be used in lower tiers as designated by Smogon Battling. Smogon tiers. It still has functional use in competition. So we include it on the game for that reason. As we go through here, you can see, once again, shiny, also a not shiny version, shiny, 2 not shiny versions. You can see that we have a very large collection. We even have Kalos spread versions of every legendary. Here you can see we have 2 Ho-Ohs, 1 shiny, 1 not shiny, Honchkrow. If we go through, find any more legendaries. We even have Kyurem. We offer legendary Pokemon that come with multiple versions, like Kyurem, for example, can be standard. There's a shiny one and not shiny. Kyurem Black. We have 3 different builds for Kyurem Black: a shiny and 2 not shiny. Notice there's different natures: Adamant, Naive, Lonely. We also have 2 versions of White: 1 shiny and 1 not shiny. Here you go. Here's some Landorus's. Standard Landorus, incarnate form. We have a shiny. We also have a not shiny. Landorus T. Here we go. There's actually 6 different builds because Landorus T is a very flexible and very competitive Pokemon. Once again, you get a shiny version, and then the rest of these variations are going to be not shiny. And depending on what kind of team you want to build, you're going to be able to pick any single one that's going to fit your needs. If you want to look up the specific EV spread on any of these Pokemon, you can go to the PokemonKing.com website and look at the listing for Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. There's an Excel table in either one of those product listings that will detail exactly what the IV spread, EV spread, nature, moves 1 through 4, anything you could possibly want to know about any of these Pokemon, you can find there. So that way you'll know exactly what the EV spread is before you buy the game, or after you buy the game. If you're building a team and you need a specific spread, you can figure out which Pokemon has the spread you're looking for. I'm just going to thumb through some of these so you can take a look at everything that comes on the game, all the different Pokemon. Once again, I can't stress enough, that little blue pentagon you see on all of these Pokemon is very important. It means you can use it in any battle mode at all. Nintendo puts a filter on the battle spot, so if it doesn't have that blue pentagon, which once again means it was not originated in Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire or X or Y, you cannot use it in rated battle spot battles. That's very important. If you want to go to competition, you're going to have have Pokemon that have that blue pentagon. And once again, if you want to buy one of these games from any random eBay seller, or some other website, there's no guarantee that you're going to get these awesome Pokemon with the blue Pentagon. You'll also notice that we have any Pokemon that has a different variation, like Meowstic, for example, female and a male has two different, each gender is different. They have different stats. So we offer one of each of these. Mesprit even, legendary Pokemon. Here's one with Hidden Power Fire. That's why it has, again, only 3 of the markers lit up. The IV spread on this one, just for the purpose of explaining the IVs for Hidden Power again, is 3130, 3130, 3130, which is fantastic. It's the best possible spread for Hidden Power Fire, which can be very useful for dispatching of troublesome steel types, for example, that ordinarily Mesprit would have difficulty dealing with. Metagross, you get 3 different versions, Adamant, Jolly, and Naughty, and they all have moves that complement. Mewtwo, again, you have a shiny version and 2 non-shiny. These are all Kalos bred Pokemon, which means they are perfectly usable in any battle mode. I cannot stress that factor enough. On top of, we get most of our movesets from PokemonKing.com, but we also do include the VGC movesets if you're interested in competing in VGC tournaments, because the rules are different for those 2 separate metagames. If you're interested in playing in any tier, NU, RU, UU, OU, Ubers, Borderline, whatever you want to do, there are different movesets for every different tier. Every Pokemon is included on the game. And again, the amount of time that you would spend, even if you wanted to hack Pokemon into your game, or if you wanted to naturally breed, you're looking at hundreds of hours one way or the other if you wanted to replicate what this save file is. And if you want to save a lot of time and jump right into the competitive scene without jumping through these insane barriers that Nintendo is forcing people to jump through, this is probably your best way to do it. Think of it like Pokemon Stadium for the 3DS. I would also like to go over, in addition to the Pokemon that come on your game, you also get several other extras. If you go into your bag, you'll notice that you have times 900 of every tool item. I'm just going to scroll through this so that you can see. That includes, if you'll notice, these are right here. These are all of the Mega Stone. So every Mega Stone you're going to have, if you want to share with your friends, if they're looking for anything, you'll be able to hook them up as well because you have so many duplicates. You'll be able to attach any competitive battle item to any of your Pokemon, which is a huge bonus. Anyone who has played any level of competitive battling understands that you need to use competitive items, and you won't have to worry about unlocking any items when you're using this. We also have any medicine item that you could want on the game is going to be on there in large quantities as well. For example, if you want to make your own Pokemon, we have times 999 of all of the vitamins, HP up, protein, iron, carbos, calcium, rare candy, PP up, zinc, PP max if you want to maximize the PP of any moves on any of your spreads. Even though all of our Pokemon come with max PP, if you ever want to breed your own, you can go ahead and find that there. We don't offer the TMs because for the purpose of playing through the game, if we gave you all the TMs and HMs, it would ruin the story mode. You'd get stuck in different places, it would glitch up. It's not going to be a good time if we would put all of those TMs and HMs on your game. So we omitted those. But you do get all of the berries. So for example, Lumberry, highly useful in competitive battles. Any other berry you could possibly want is going to be on here, including like the Leche Berry, which will raise your attack at a certain point. Pataya Berry, if you want to do Sub-Pataya, raise your speed or special attack. You can run any of those sets. Koostap Berry, some of these aren't even released, and they come on the game, so you can't even actually get these without buying a copy of our game. So if you want to unlock all the best competitive items, we'll have those for you. I'll go over one more thing before I let you go that comes on the game. If you purchase a copy of our game, on top of getting all of these competitive Pokemon, and again, you get more than 700, you will also get 20 breeding Dittos right here, and they're all shiny. They all have perfect IV spreads for the purpose of breeding, and they cut breeding time by a tremendous amount. If you use one of our competitive Pokemon, like if you wanted a Whimsicott, for example, that has your original trainer name, you can go ahead and take a Whimsicott and breed it with one of our Dittos. It won't take you more than 6 or 7 tries. You're going to have a perfect Ivy baby Pokemon that you can then customize however you want, and it'll actually be yours. You'll also notice that many of our Pokemon come with Pokerus, which is great. You also get 30 level 5 starter Pokemon. So if you want to play through the game using these, it's a lot of fun. You can set up a team right off the bat out of these, and that way, for example, if you want to start with an Eevee, and then you want a bunch of starters, you can grab a Mudkip, a Snivy, a Piplup, Cyndaquil. You can set up a team right off the bat, and that way you can play through the game with some of your favorites without having to, have some crappy Pokemon like Zigzagoon or something like that clogging up your party that you're going to have to filter in and out with other crappy Pokemon as you unlock more as you go through the game. So yeah, PokemonKing.com. Remember the website? Go ahead and check us out. We're always running different promotions, specials, discounts, and yeah, if you have any questions, reach out using our contact page or the Zopham live chat function that you can find in the lower right-hand corner. If we're not on there, we will get back to you. If you want to leave us a message within 24 hours, answer any questions you may have. If you have any issues with your game and you're watching this video, go ahead and reach out to my cell phone. You get that if you get a copy of our game for instant support. And yeah, once again, Howie with PokemonKing.com here. If you want to jump directly into the competitive battling scene and you don't want to spend all the time doing the breeding, IV training, EV training, breeding for ability, egg moves, IV spreads for hidden power, if you don't want to jump through all of those headaches, go ahead and check us out. We're going to help you out and cut all of that time way down and get you hooked up real quick. Once again, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Thanks, and have a good day.